All right, hey guys, just a quick video, kind of how to find really good bounce spots, basically, and just how very simple patterns can turn into really big moves if you just be super patient and understand where pullbacks kind of go to, and then what can actually happen from just a simple ABCD entry, and then kind of where it goes. Um, so these type of plays, I want to show you a couple different things. I'm going to go over this play really quickly. Now, all week, harmonic patterns have been triggering like 1 to 2 points off the actual level, and I'll show you where I bought. Okay, I'll show you where I bought, and just explaining where this was my entry right here. And I'll tell you why. I used a three-tier entry on this, right at the ABCD level, because it also had 1.618 right below that. And I explained that to everybody in my group before it happened. So that's the most important thing, is just understanding, you know, what's happening on a downtrend. I think a lot of people, when they see a deep downtrend, they're panicking, right? You shouldn't be panicking. You should be searching for where that thing's going to bounce and where smart money is going to buy from, right? That's the most important thing. If you can figure out where smart money is going to enter, that's where you can make money. Okay. But I'm going to show you really quick when I noticed that, just so you can understand. I can't go into replay mode. I suggest you guys use this a lot if you're practicing and trying to find patterns. Good ways to find them is find people that know how to draw them and use replay mode and try to recreate what the pattern would look like in the time frame you're looking in, and how you can start to see that, right? Because that's what I do. I try to start. Remember, you're not only using the pattern to buy from as your trigger, you can also use the patterns to trade to for your targets, right? Because we're combining patterns, and that's much more advanced. But when you see people doing it day in and day out, that is where the real value comes from, my opinion. Um, but anyway, that was my entry. I just want to show you, where I see this stuff. So we'll just go to this is in my trade room, in Slack, which we use. There's not that many guys on right now. We have just under 40 people in there. So you'll see before, when I posted this 658, where the price was. I'm explaining to them, last chance for it on an ABCD pattern with the 1.6 extension right under it, NQ, right? So you see that I see this before it's happening, the ABCD level, um, and then of course I show my entry, right? I'd already sold one. I didn't. I was very worried this was still going to fall, but this is my entry. My stop was already way in profit, um, so you can see where it is. This is another low time frame pattern someone used. Um, I can show you something else on there. Let me just show you gold. Same thing. We have a cipher pattern. I have an entry right below here. '07. It was actually on a 30-minute pin bar entry. Right here, I can show you that on there too. Then you'll see again, right? If you're buying where smart money is buying, it, this is, you want to be getting in the lows where you can have your stop loss and you're not going to get knocked out of the play. And if you do, you're not losing any money. But if you can start buying the lows of stuff, right? Um, Oil, same thing. 30-minute pin bar entry. I was watching this setup for a very long time, waiting for it. Um, Broke down below 786, down to 886, reclaim of 786. I'm just looking for bullish price action in this box. Anyone that trades with me knows on this pattern, I'm watching this level, right? And that's exactly where my entry was. Right there. What else? Gold. Okay, so I want to show you one other thing. How we figured out VIX. All right, this is super, super important. Right? If you can start figuring out what VIX does, you can make a lot of money, right? Everyone says you can't trade VIX or patterns don't trade in VIX. That is absolutely nonsense because it trades amazing with our harmonic patterns. We caught this pattern right here on the first big short of NQ, right? And we caught this pattern, right? I can show you. How far in advance we see those. Oh, even better. I'll show you the gold setup, right? This is the level that I'm watching. I'm always watching 786 and 886 of a cipher pattern. This is on a daily time frame. We trade the patterns on 1 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute, 30 minute, 1 hour, daily, weekly. It doesn't matter. We trade the same exact patterns on every single time frame, and that's the beauty of this system. It has the same top take profits. And we also know the confluence of VIX. We know the confluence of DXY, and we can trade these patterns, right? Um, if you can see these way in advance, like when I'm seeing this is on VIX, right? When I'm seeing this, and then you can see the after, right? You can see the after, like where it goes, right? So when you can start seeing these way in advance, you can start building a short trade around these, which I did. I shorted NQ, right? You can see I've been watching this pattern, and then you can see this was my first entry. I actually got stopped on this. I sold one of these, I got stopped out, and then I re-entered. You can see you get lots of action in here, tons of content, tons of plays. Um, just this was another really good 2618. If I'm seeing these way in advance, this is what you guys want to see. You want to see somebody pointing it out in advance. This is at the opening of the market. 2618 on watch. PA is king. This is when the market's opening, right? And then this is the after. It was like over 200 points. It's the same thing. This is one of our best traders. And then this is what you want to see. This is the following day. I mean, I'm saying ABCD level, last chance for NQ, and then you see what happens. Another 200 points. If you can start doing this every day, um, this was the pattern that I used with VIX. You can see that was just runners. I had 3 of those. Short. So you can see just really, really, just nonstop patterns, guys. You're going to see them everywhere. Um, I show you the pattern before it happens, and then I show you the entry, and I show you the take profits. And the take profits are the same on every pattern. What I want to explain to everybody, I think there's just a lot of people that are just trading blindly and have no idea. My website is finally open. Everybody that's been in my room has been in word of mouth, and they've all seen me trade in either other groups or other rooms, and then like my style and how many wins I can get in post and trades. Guys, there's patterns everywhere. They are everywhere. They are all over the place. Um, I I wish I could explain with more, show more people. Um, guys, they're everywhere. I'm going to try to share more content on just how to find them and what to do and how to trade them. But you really need to understand. Same thing on Tesla, right? This cipher pattern. But I noticed this up here, guys. I didn't short this, but I was calling out this could happen up here, and people were saying I was crazy, right? So, and I can show you that too. Let me see. Might be hard to find. There's just thousands of plays in here. That was a while ago. But I saw that way in advance. way in advance. Well, anyway, um, I'm going to show you one other preview really quick. All right, stay with me here. Oh, I'm in the wrong thing. Sorry. I'm wondering why I can't find it. I'm in the wrong channel. I'm going to give you guys a little sneak preview of something. I'm not going to do that one. All right. All right. So I just want to give you a quick preview of what how I do my plays, right? So I have my course, which everybody learns from, but I also do something called playbooks, right? A playbook is something, a course is amazing. I give my guys something that they have access to immediately, right? They have all the rules, they know exactly what to do, they open up their playbook, right? And they have everything from the setup exactly and examples, right? And I have thousands of examples of every setup that I trade. I don't think people understand how much time that I've spent on this stuff. Thousands, guys. When I do deep dives, and I learned that from EG from Pradeep's room, that's spending 20 hours or more straight of just finding chart patterns, and that's where I got really good. Was a solid year in his room, and that's where I got really a lot better at finding the patterns on all different time frames, especially on 1 minute time frame. I just want to show you how we find these, how I make these and how people use them to their advantage. So basically, this is free content, guys, but this is straight from my course. This is not my course. This is a video, like an update. It's a 20-minute video that I give my guys, and I make these on all of our setups, right? Just to reinforce the patterns, explaining them, how to look for them, when to buy them, when to look for them. But it's just a quick video. Again, this is not my course. This is just additional material that I give to all my guys. And then the playbook is what everybody adds to their, that's super important because you can access the information really quickly. Meaning this is the whole entire setup explaining it. But if you want just all the rules, you can also just flip through this. All right. And then, you have examples of the plays. Perfect examples, You have them in equity. You have them in futures. You have them in BTC. It's the same patterns, guys. You just have to learn them. And I want to stress one thing that's super important. I don't want to rant too much. It's something you really want to think about. A lot of people always tell me, why can't I just trade the cipher pattern from Scott Carney's system? You can, but they're not the same patterns that I trade, right? They're not the same patterns I trade. So you can go ahead and trade them, but you guys will realize a lot of people understand my coordinates are not the same, and his patterns will. I mean, research for yourself. Let's put it that way. But I've had a lot of people come from after studying his stuff to come take my course, and are doing significantly better on that. Again, just same thing. Simple pattern, guys. Equal length drives. You'll see this on a 2-drive or a 3-drive pattern, and you get moves like this. And we taught below in this. And you see that it's not only the points; it's the percentage move, right? That's a huge move. What else? Show you one other one. Everyone did really well with this. I'm going to show you two. This was a short. So you'll see it's just a perfect cipher pattern. There's nothing. This just got messed up. It got moved. You're just looking for a 1.272 drive down with at least a 382 retracement on your B drive, right? So you're looking for a strong XA drive down. You're looking for a B drive of at least 382. You're looking for a pullback, and you can actually take this long, which we actually did that too. I don't mean to brag, guys. I'm not bragging. It's just the setups are the setups. We take long 1.272. We short 1.272. We buy back 786. It's just how we trade. Anyway, we took this long, and then took this short, and you'll see it's just a perfect cipher pattern, right? So it's a drive down to 1.272, right? And you take a long, and then you sell into 618 and 786. A lot of patterns in the last 2 weeks have been triggering just before the pattern hits. I don't know what exact that is, but I'm noticing it everywhere. Very strange. A lot of times you'll get a little wick through and then a reclaim, or you'll get one touch or one touch over, but not so many that you see just before. A lot happens a lot with currency because there's a lot of money loaded on these. But maybe more AI getting into the patterns. I mean, it could be anything. You never know. They're starting to be, I guess, a little more prevalent. But you're seeing this move long, and then you'll see the one that I showed you in that, which is one of our favorite patterns. I don't want to be giving away all the stuff, guys, but I mean, if you go through the video, I guess you could probably find it. But these are the moves that we're talking about, right? When you can buy, and believe it, believe it, guys, we actually bought it. I'm not bullshitting you either. Actually bought it. And this is the type of moves you can get. All right, this isn't a harmonic setup. People always say you only trade harmonic setups. Three of my setups have nothing to do with harmonics, right? And then a couple of my strategies have nothing to do with harmonics, right? They just happen to be the strongest patterns in the market. That's why you need to learn them. If you really learn from somebody that understands how to do that, how to trade them, you can do severe damage in the market. I'm sharing that with you. Stop trading without patterns. You need setups, right? Do not trade names. Do not trade stocks. Trade patterns, trade setups. Learn setups, and you can take them anywhere. And you'll notice I trade equity, I trade gold, I trade oil, I trade NQ, I trade ES, I trade ODTE options on SPX. I can trade anything, Bitcoin, ETH. It doesn't matter, guys. These patterns are the strongest patterns in the game. Learn from someone that can actually teach you the right way to trade, and you can do severe damage. I'm hoping to be doing an interview with one of our best traders, someone that I took, my very first student that I took from 6 years of trading, never profitable, to making absolutely unheard of returns with absolutely ridiculous win percentage, and doing it for longevity, right? Doing it for months on end, just ridiculous returns. And he's really only trading two of my setups that he loves. Kind of lets go of everything else. The structure that I worked on with him for a very long time. If you can understand structure and really understand where price, supply, and demand levels are, which is very important in my course, and then you can start putting that together with Fibonacci and Fibonacci extension, right? And how to use Fibonacci, and where and when to use the Fibonacci extension, right? If someone can teach you that, and you can start looking at pullbacks as places to buy instead of getting scared, and you can start looking at your short positions on where they could trade to by combining patterns. That's the name of the game, guys. That's kind of what I wanted to share with you. There's setups everywhere. Every single day, you can low tick the market. You can, right? You just need somebody to show you how and where to do it. If you watch somebody do it day in and day out, what you can do, right? If you have somebody that loves teaching people, and right, and this is just study material, guys. This is it's all. I mean, these are all yesterday, today, the day before, plays nonstop. I mean, there's just hundreds of them. If you look at the dates, well, sorry, I don't know what I did right there. But if you look at the dates on the plays, and that's not even just going in the replies, it's just nonstop, guys. The patterns are everywhere. You really just need to see. You need to see people trading them, and if you could do that, right? If you can do that, and you have people trading them all day long, and there's nonstop patterns, You can learn from really intelligent